everybody, Chaos Gamer here, and yes, we are back with some more My Hero Ultra Impact. And just as chill as I am, in today's video we're going to be chilling out with Shoto Todoroki, checking out how good he's going to be in game, all that good stuff. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Hold on, let me relax, my voice is getting a little bit too high. Let's blow this shit right the hell up. Let me stop. Okay, but let's blow this shit right the hell up. And ladies and gentlemen, let us get started with today's video. And you can let me know down below, how do you feel about this Shoto? Now, before we even get to reading into his kit, I'm just going to say he does sound good on paper. I'm telling you guys, this is an interesting character for sure. But as we've seen experience in the past, he may sound good on paper. But we have to see whether or not he's actually going to be good or not. So, let's start off with the plus ultra move, which is going to be Fist of the Thawing Blossom. Deals 500% damage to all opponents with a medium chance of giving them frostbite for 3 turns. Gives all allies the ability to penetrate for 3 turns and reduces all allies cooldown time by 1. So interesting that we have a third character, 2 characters going back to back, that has the ability to penetrate. They are really pushing the penetrate. Enhancement bonus effect when activated gives character freeze counter for 3 turns, where freeze counter has a medium chance of inflicting freeze 2 turns on the opponent when they attack. So I'm gonna say this right now, you definitely are gonna make sure if you are going up against the Shoto that you have characters that do limit status ailments, or they automatically nullify status ailments. Like for example, the Haru that's able to do it, another character that's able to do it, Kaminari, even though he does it for only 5 times for the first time that he gets it, and then he gets another 5 times later on, still better than not having that. And then also another character that is able to do it is like Hagakure, I think Hatsume, Summer Mina as well. All those characters can help you out when dealing with the Shoto's freeze counter, and also his new effect that he's introducing to the game that we'll get to a little bit later. First action skill, which is going to be Ice Fog, does 250% damage to all opponents with the low chance of giving them frostbite for 3 turns. Increases the max HP of all allies by 30% for 3 turns, and gives them a barrier that nullifies 1 hit. The cooldown is for 4 turns. Second action skill, which is going to be Ice Lock, cancels all temporary status ailments of a single ally, gives a single ally a barrier that nullifies 2 hits when character is not in hand, and then restores damage taken off a single ally by 25% for 3 turns, and gives a single ally the ability to make a last stand for 2 turns. The enhancement bonus effect when activated gives a single ally a barrier that nullifies 4 hits. The cooldown is also for 4 turns. So there is a character that I do want to test this out with this effect right here, but he's going to be in his own separate video. But basically with this skill, you're going to be chilling with some barriers while also having the ability to restore some health as well, and then also having the ability to have a last stand for 2 turns, which is going to be pretty nice. First auto skill, which is going to be class 1 Ace Finest, gives character enhancement. These 2 conditions are met at the end of the turn. Number 1, after 2 turns pass while character has a barrier, and then number 2, after 5 turns pass from the start of battle. So pretty easy conditions to get. After 1 turn pass while character has barrier, increases critical skill impact of all allies by 20% up to 5 times. So when you crit, you're going to be able to hit harder. This does not affect guess. It gives all allies the new effect Ice Coating that inflicts critical resistance down by 5% for 10 turns. This effect cannot be nullified, restricted, or cancelled on any attacking opponent that breaks a barrier up to 1 time. After 2 turns pass while character has a barrier, gives all allies Ice Coating that inflicts defensive down by 20% for 3 turns on any attacking opponent that breaks a barrier up to 1 time. He has a bonus effect when activated after 1 turn pass while character has a barrier. Gives all allies Ice Coating that inflicts frostbite for 3 turns on any attacking opponent that breaks a barrier up to 1 time. So, guys gotta be careful. After turn 5, you will have the ability to frostbite you. So, keep an eye on that. That is very something important that you should highlight. I know that sentence didn't make sense, but still you get what I'm saying. So we got the second auto skill, which is Soba Lover. Gives character a barrier that nullifies 3 hits up to 1 time. He automatically gets that. And freeze counter for 2 turns, where freeze counter inflicts freeze 1 turn on the opponent when they attack up to 1 time. Decreases power of all opponents by 30% when character has barrier. This does not affect guess. Makes all opponents vulnerable when character has Ice Coating. This does not affect guess. Increase max HP of all allies by 10% after character's temporary buffs are cancelled 2 times, up to 5 times. Multi cancels per action equal 1 cancel. So now that we took a look at the Shoto's kit, let's take up into our first piece of content to test them out, which is going to be VE Tower. So stay tuned for that. So here we are with fight number 1, going up against Bakugo. And this is the team that we are going to be bringing into our fight. Bringing Toga for the debuff, just bringing Midoriya for the offensive. And then we got Shoto, the man himself, that we're going to be testing out. Actually, what we could do, hold on, I'm going to switch this up right here. No, wait, what? I switched to the wrong character, my bad. I want to make it where we can see how offensive we can make Shoto turn out to be. I just want to see, because with the way Shoto is planning his kit, he's mostly looking like a character that helps you out defensively, and then, you know, you also have him with the debuffing as well. So, also with the healing support as well, technically, when you do give a single ally with the damage taken restore. But I want to see how offensively he could pop off right here. So with Shoto, I say what you could start off with is, you know, you could give this for all allies to start off with for like an Ultra Arena, so you're chilling for free. But if you want, you could also do this as well. You know, give a single ally the ability to have a nullify 2 hits. Or you could also do restore damage taken of a single ally by 25%. But I would say that's more useful if you're running a character that has cover. Like, let's say, for example, you're using Kirishima. Or let's say, for example, for some reason on the 3rd turn, you have this action skill back and you're using like Bakugo or Midoriya. That's like a perfect example right there of using this action skill to help him out. But I would say, like, for the majority, though, you do want to activate this first. I mean, there's some instances where you can activate the second one, but for most of the time... Wait, hold on. For some instances, I would just say you want to activate the first action skill first. Okay, defensive debuff. And then we got 5,000. Okay, so 2,000. Now, this Bakugo is tanky, so I'm not expecting anything crazy. But look, we saw right there that since he attacked, he got frozen. That is crazy. Oh, my God. And we got our action skills back right away. What the hell? Okay. I like that. Alright, so defensive debuff once again. Why not? Let's stack it up. And then 20k. And then let's see him attack once again. Freeze. Okay, he didn't get freeze, but he did get hit with the critical resistance down. So now what we could do right here is we'll just give... who do we want to give? We could probably just give it to Toga, screw it, and then do this. And then we could do this right here. I'm having a funny feeling he's going to attack Toga. Now, I would say this. If they did give Shoto the ability to have cover or aggro, I would have been giving it to Shoto majority of the time, like for free. Alright, so let's just take a look at some of the debuffs that Bakugo has. So he has power down, vulnerable, defensive down, critical resistance down by 2, and then another defensive down, but those are the Togas, I'm assuming. Alright, so now let's activate our plus ultras right here. Bam, bam, bam. And then let's see. So he will get hit with the freeze counter right here with this plus ultra. And then we also do have all allies with the ability to penetrate as well. He's also going to be helping us with the cooldown reduction. So let's just see. Oh, he got hit with the stun. That's crazy. Alright, Shoto, I want to see max damage from you, please. Come on. If not, at least a high number. Ooh, max damage. Let's go. Beautiful. Alright, so now we'll be able to finish it off with just Shoto himself. There's no way we need to activate anything else at all. Right, Shoto? Okay, maybe there was a thing that we had to activate. Damn it. I thought we would have been fine right there, but never mind. Alright, so that's our first fight. Let's move on to fight number 2. For fight number 2, we're going up against Hado, Uraraka, and Froppy. We're going to keep the team the same as it was before. But for this instance right here, I'm going to swap for this support memory just to have plus ultras just in case we don't have the ability to get everybody's plus ultra. Because I think we did get pretty lucky, I'm not going to lie. And having those action skills come back pretty quick. Damn, Toga, relax. Oh my God, like you see this man every day you log into the game. There's no need for you to go this crazy. Like I understand if it was the My Hero version, like the anime, but not here, relax. Jeez Louise, I don't need all this energy at literally like 10 in the morning. The time I'm recording this. Alright, so same order of activation that we did before on the skill change. We're going to activate Toga first, we're going to activate Midoriya second, and then we're going to activate Shoto third. Main focus is going to be Uraraka. So bam. And then 28k. And then 20k apiece on everybody. We did get the frostbite off of Uraraka. That's nice. Alright, so let's get some barriers breaking here. Okay, so they broke barriers, but nothing happened here. Alright, so Shoto still has his barrier. So we're going to give it to... I think last time we gave it to Midoriya. So this time we'll give it to Toga. And then we'll do this. Nice. Alright, there you go. Have a nice, beautiful barrier. And then 21k. And then 48k. Damn. Okay, so she got hit with... Oh my God! Look how much critical resistance down that is. And hold on, let me see the percentage real quick. Just to remind myself. 5%, right? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% in critical resistance down. So we should be critting on most of these characters. Actually, if you think about it, Toga and Shoto is a good pair because Toga does get crit on her second action skill. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, we crit right there. Max damage, nice. And then Shoto let the Petal breeze play out. Did I skip the first time with the plus ult? No, I don't think I did. I hope I did. Oh, 96k. Nice. Okay, and then back to full HP. Again, this is why I love taking on the Hado stage. Because if we get the chance, she just gets to heal back up to full. And we get to play in this fight a little bit longer. We'll do defensive debuff again. Sure. I was thinking about doing the crit, but nah. Alright, max damage. And they get the barrier once again. Alright, then break it. Okay, critical resistance down. No other debuff it looks like she gets right there. Damn it. I would have loved for her to got another debuff. Alright, so we'll give you this. And this. Bam. And then 78k. And then 9999 to wrap up the second fight in V Tower. So now we got to move on to our other content, which is going to be Ultra Arena. People, so for Ultra Arena, this is the team that I decided to build. We got Hawks being the offensive character. We got Bakugo being the tank. And then we got Shoto being the debuffer. And also the support. And then on the back end, we got Hato and Hawks, just in case things go south. Let me just, with this support memory right here, let me just say, because people might get confused. The reason why I'm bringing this is just increase plus ultra gauge of all allies by 20% every 3 turns up to 2 times. Because Hato does it for 10%. I just want to make sure that, you know, just in case, we got everybody's plus ultras ready to go when Hato does come in, just in case somebody dies. So for the first team that we're going up against is going to be Hagakure. We got Toga. We got Mina Ashido, the scary demon girl herself. We got Bakugo New Year's Edition. And then we got Hawks, the same one that I'm using, Hawks, snowboarding. So let's see in our first match how Shoto's going to be fair. Again, we're not here for Shoto necessarily on the damage. We're here to see his debuffing and how well he supports the team. That's the more important thing. Alright, so how we're going to do this is we're going to have Bakugo go first. We don't need him to go second at all. Unless, I mean, maybe if we take a lot of damage, sure. Then we got Shoto going second, and then we got Hawks going third. Of course, we're going faster, and the character that I want to attack is going to be Mina Ashido. We want to get rid of her ASAP. If we could avoid killing Toga, that would be perfect. Because if Toga does... Oh, well, damn it. Everything goes right there. Oh, my God. The reason why I wanted to kill Toga later is because of the fact that it would make it to... I can't get the words to come out of my mouth. But we did get the freeze. That's beautiful. But it's because I didn't want her to get the 100% damage reduction off on Hagakure and Ashido to make it where they're tankier. And then now Ashido has guaranteed crit for the next 2 turns. So it's just annoying across the board. We could give the barrier to Hawks right here. But we could also give it to Bakugo. Because Hawks does have evasion. It's interesting, like, what we want to do right here. I mean, you know what? We'll give it a Bakugo. Let's just see what happens. Because it's kind of tricky to see who's going to get attacked right here. That's the thing. That's like, who are they going to decide to attack? Again, if it was a character with cover on my team, then different story. I would have given it to the character that has cover. Alright, let's see who they attack. Alright, Bakugo does AoE, but he's going to do no damage at all. Okay, so they attack the Hawks. Damn it. I mean, even if I would have given it to the Hawks, Ashido does have piercing shot as well. So that would have been an annoying thing that we had to deal with. Of course, focus on Ashido. Okay, so uppercut, we take a little bit of damage there. Actually, it's interesting with Bakugo. You know, we could, if you guys want to see it, we could try New Year's Bakugo with this Shoto. There's a lot of interesting teams you could try out with this Shoto. Like another team that if you guys want to try it yourself, you can, is the Old World Hero Mission Shoto with this Shoto right here, because he does get barrier as well. I would have done that myself, but since I don't have the character, I'm giving it to you guys as an assignment, basically. You guys get to do that over the weekend and then see how that works out. Even though it's a Monday, you know. For YouTube people, every day's a weekend. Okay, nice. Beautiful. All right, so far looking good right here. And welcome, Hawks, with vulnerability being active. All right, so Hagakure, if you do cover... I mean, yeah, she was going to cover the Hawks. Damn it. That 1 HP on Hagakure was looking splendid. So everybody still has a barrier active. I mean, we could still give it a Shoto. Why not? But also, let's remember, enhanced bonus effect now is giving a single ally a barrier that nullifies 4 hits. So we could just give it a Shoto, but I think for the saver option, even though there's not going to be really damage like that, we can just give it a Hawks right here. Screw it. You got to remember that when the enhancements are activated, it does change. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Let's kill right here, let's kill. Come on, kill. Damn it, come on. Ah, lucky. Damn. Alright, so Hawks is going to go first, but dodge. And then Shoto goes second. We'll let the plus ultra play out. Let's see how much damage. Ooh, nice frostbite right there, though. We'll take that. And then Bakugo Midoriya, 45k. Damn it, if this Hawks wasn't covering, we would have been killed Hagakure already. This is just annoying. Again, with this Hawks, man. He's just annoying, dude. It's an annoying character to deal with. Alright, uppercut. AoE, getting rid of the dodge. Finally, we're able to kill both characters, and that's our first match. Let's move on to match number 2. Match number 2. Things are getting interesting. We got Valentine's Hato. We got Bakugo Midoriya. We got Midoriya and Bakugo. We got Fox Midoriya, and then we got Shigaraki. We have to fight this team right here because we need to see how well Shoto is able to perform when going up against Hato. This is one of the good characters right now in the game. We got to see how well he's able to perform. Also, we got to see how well he is able to perform against Armored All Might. I know I'm kind of low in the rankings right now. I'm gonna be honest, kind of lazy this season, but we'll make it to the top, so don't worry. So I do want to focus on Hato. That is gonna be the more important thing. We are slower. Damn, I didn't see none of them have UR plus, but they must still be pretty high level. And crazy too, because Bakugo right here is a block character, so he does have lower speed by a lot. 14k, we do get hit with the bound. That does suck. Ooh, but we do get the freeze off. Okay, 2. And then 3. Okay, 1. And then 2. Got a little bit of damage off. Ah. Bakugo, come back. Well, luckily for us, though, Bakugo does have the ability to come back right here if we do give him the barrier. But we don't really necessarily need to give him the barrier because we don't... I mean, we could, but do we need to is the question. I don't think we need to. We'll just give it a Shoto and then Hawks go to work. And then we'll continue to attack Hato. Oh, he got hit with the frozen. Hey, he got hit with the frozen too. And there's no AoE happening this turn, so it's just gonna stay like that. That's beautiful. Alright, 10k. Sadly, we do not get a recovery block active though. Damn, since Bakugo did not have the ability to action skill, we were just... that sucks. Alright, so Hawks, go to work. Plus Ultra, max damage, right? 42k, okay. Alright, Hato goes first. Does some damage there. Midoriya and Bakugo going second. We take some damage there. And then Bakugo, Midoriya. They don't really do that much damage to us. Okay, so we're fine across the board. We're chilling. So now we'll do this. We'll do... No. This, and then this. Still slower though, damn it. Alright, please don't... Okay, thank God. I was praying for no bounce. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? We're already about to lose our block? Oh, no. This could be a loss right here. Damn it. Okay, nice damage on the Hato, though. I hope Bakugo's not dead right here. Oh, but we do kill the Hato. Let's go. And the Midoriya coming into a vulnerability. And since Hato is gone, there is no other character on this roster that's going to be nullifying our status ailments. We're chilling for free. So as you guys can see right here right now, Shoto is the lowest HP. We're going to give him the barrier. Then we're going to let Bakugo go second. And then finally... Wait, hold on. What are we attacking? We're going to be attacking you. I need you to go now. You're going to be going crazy with the DPS. I'll give you the barrier. And then nice. Hit him with this. Let's go. Dead. That's what we like to see. And then we got this old Shigaraki that's only really good for a Climax Battle Redash. So we're fine. Status ailment, no, my bud. Ooh. Okay, please only attack Bakugo. Please only attack Bakugo. Bakugo. Damn. I mean, luckily we did have Last Stand on us available, but still, I think we're still dead here. That's gonna suck. Okay, AoE. Okay, that did no damage. Okay, bound on Bakugo, that's fine. As long as it wasn't Shoto. That's beautiful for me. Alright, then we'll get the plus ultra ready to go. We'll let this play out again. And nice damage. Oh my god. That was nice. Okay, we got Hato here now. Sadly, Bakugo had to die, but that's a-okay, because now we're going to have our support ready to go. Damage taken restore. We got nullified status ailments. We're fine. So what we'll do is this, get the power support. I think in this instance, I would love to activate the first action skill, but actually, maybe, no, not the first, the second action skill. Actually, we could save it, because Shigaraki's going to be the only one attacking this turn. So I think we're fine. Yeah, we don't even need to. And who knows? Maybe what Hawk should do right here is kill. We'll see. Alright, Hawks, it's up to you. Yep, Hawks just kills the whole rotation for free. Alright, then finally we just have to deal with Midoriya, who is on his last turn before he does get all his buffs. But I think he's dead. There's no way. If Hato misses the first, she can hit a second. And if she missed the second, she can hit the third. Just that simple. Alright, so for match number 2, we had Shoto live all the way up until the end. We only lost one character. Let's move on into match number 3. So for match number 3, we're going up against, we have Armored All Might Kirishima, All for One Young Edition. We got Mina Ashiro, and then we got Blue Momo on the end slot. Interesting choice right there. But with this team, we have fulfilled the condition of finding Blue... Alright, our next team, we're going up against Armored All Might Kirishima. We got All for One Young Edition. We got Ashiro, and then we got Blue Momo. Interesting choice on the end slot, but we have finally fulfilled the condition of finding Armored All Might. So hopefully this match gets to show off Shoto's capabilities going up against Armored All Might, but also how Armored All Might does against Shoto as well. Hopefully we do get the freeze counters off. That's the more important thing though, please. I'm begging. But I would have kind of preferred, though, if it was the ideal setup for Armored All Might, that it would be Armored All Might, a Hagakure paired to him, or a Mei Hatsume compared to him, next to him, sorry. Or it would be like a Bakugo Midoriya and Armored All Might, and then like the third character that's support next to him. So we're gonna, of course, only be attacking either All for One or Kirishima. I'm assuming it's gonna be Kirishima. No, it's All for One, okay. Alright, nice. Nice, damn, we practically killed Armored All Might, damn. Okay, 30k there. Barrier on everybody. I can't wait to try that. But damn! We already know who we're giving a barrier to for free. If we can still help it, please. Please. Do not kill the boy right here. If it can be helped. Alright, a recovery block is amazing on All for One. That is nice. Okay, we got hit with the paralysis, but we didn't take too much damage. Kirishima with the plus ultra. There is the stun. Okay, so we have everybody plus ultra, but sadly the only two we're going to be activating is Shoto's and Hawk's. So let's go with that. Alright, Hawk going first, doing 13k, not a lot of damage, but it is Kirishima to be fair. Shoto going second. Let's see how much we get to go off with right here. Alright, we kill Armored All Might. That's beautiful right there. Now we got to get rid of Demon Girl herself. Alright, then All for One, but let's not forget that not only do we have a barrier right here, we also have increased max HP by 30%. So, we are able to tank that a little bit better. And by a little bit better, I mean, damn, we took no damage at all. Alright, I'm about to say, come on, let's go. Like, what's going on here? Alright, we got, damn, Bakugo doesn't have his action skills. So what we'll do is activate this, because it will reduce our cooldown by 1. And then we'll activate these two right here. And maybe Hawks could kill. We'll see. He does. Oh my god. You practically killed everybody there. That was beautiful. Hawks, you made me shed a tear right here. Right, so barrier being activated. Bakugo Midoriya doing no damage. That's fine by us. Alright, you're dead. And that's practically GG's from here. Like, if anything, we could have skipped to the next fight, but I just want to show this beauty of destruction. Alright, give it to ourselves. Uppercut, and then slice into you being diced on the ground. So for our final match, we can do it live right here. I'm not even going to cut or anything like that. We're going to do a nice, beautiful mystery match. Hopefully it is going up against a tough opponent right here. That is what I'm hoping. If it's somebody weak, I mean, damn, I'll just probably have to like... I mean, we could probably showcase the fight. Actually, let me do my 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll still showcase the fight. But however, it's like, let's just hope after the fight of it being random and bad that we could have another random opportunity and it being good. So the triple Bakugo team, aka I don't think this team is going to be really much to us. I mean, we could start off by getting rid of the main threat, which it could be Bakugo. But Blue Bakugo also is pretty annoying. He does give damage down when we do activate our cooldown reductions. But let's just see. Let's just see. We'll go like this. Alright, so uppercut. Okay, so we're not really doing that much damage so far. That's fine. It is turn 1. Okay, AoE. He did get hit with the frozen. Nice. Another frozen. Oh my god. The triple frozen lineup. Oh, that is funny right there. Okay, so we'll give the barrier to... Who do you want to give the barrier to? We could give it a Shoto. Do I want to give it a Shoto? But that's the thing. Again, it's just we don't know who they're going to attack like that. Like if we knew, it would have been fine. Alright, so bam. You're almost dead. Like, you're blinking like a Pokemon's HP bar. When the music starts to play, the dun-it, dun-it, dun-it. Oh, okay. That was kind of bad right there. I'm not going to lie. You doing that to us? I don't like that. But we do have everybody's plus ultra ready to go. Alright, Bakugo going first. Hitting for 35k. Alright, buddy, you're done. Like, when we get Bakugo Midoriya activating the plus ultra, you're dead. For sure. Alright, so AoE, nice. And then Bakugo Midoriya. Oh, that didn't kill? That is crazy. That did not kill right there. That should have finished this man off for free. But luckily, since none of these Bakugos have the ability to heal, we're chilling. Uppercut going first on you. And then this and this again. This turn, you are dead. Like, after this dodge. What? You're still alive? Go away. Now you're dead. Finally. And surprised these Bakugos are more tankier than usual. I mean, sure, you got Bakugo right here lowering the damage with the cooldown reduction. But still. I feel like even then. Oh, he did damage though, but guess what? Since you broke the barrier, look how much damage you took. If anything, now I want to go after you. You want to be the next character I go after. Okay, so we'll give you the barrier again, I guess. Or actually, because they attacked Hawks last time, and he only has the evasion going for him. I mean, we could just do it to Hawks. Screw it, why not? I mean, let everybody get a piece of barrier. 1, 2. And then 49999. Nice. Alright, 13k. And then AoE. And then he has his own AoE activating. And of course, the stupid cover. 24k. Alright, so vulnerability is available on that Bakugo Season 7 edition. But this is the scary thing, since he does have parry. And if we start to do a lot of damage, our characters are going to start dropping like flies. That's why, if anything, people do like to leave him for last. Reason being is because of the amount of damage he could do with the parrying. But luckily, Bakugo and Midoriya are the ones taking most of the damage so far. Alright, so we hit with the Frostbite. Nice. The AoE. There, Bakugo and Midoriya going off for some damage. Yeah, we took some damage there. But again, thanks to having the max HP by 30%, we do have more HP than usual for us living. So, yeah, I mean, the only person who can attack is him. Nothing we can really do about that. Look at the uppercut. Okay. Damn. This is a kind of nasty duo in a way when it comes to defensive tanking. Because Hawks with the damage down, and then you got Bakugo giving his own damage down as well. And then you got Bakugo Midoriya also doing damage down. We'll give you the barrier. We'll do the AoE here. Damn, it's just like either way, somebody's going to die right here. 1 or 2 people are going to die right here. Right, AoE. Hawks is just annoying. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Hey, he's dead. Okay. Alright, so we should feel safe now. We got Hato here. We only have 1 action skill. Okay, but we're not faster than the both of them. I mean, why not? We got cooldown reduction. We plus need damage take and restore from these normals. Okay, luckily he didn't attack. 1, 2, 3. AoE. No, he died. Damn it. He would have been an offensive juggernaut to finish off this fight for free. Sadly, that's not going to be the case. It's got to be up to Shoto now. Come on, Shoto. Go offensive. Let's see it. Please. Damage. Please. Nice. I'll take that. But damn, he takes damage too. That's the thing. So now we'll do this. We'll do this. And then we could do this to drag the attacks towards him because there's a plus ultra being activated. So yeah. 1. Oh, I wanted more than that. Alright, then we'll do that. Alright, Bakugo and Best Genius. We take no damage. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll give you the barrier, right? And then we'll plus ultra twice. Yeah. Alright, so Hawk's going first. Maybe we could have saved it. 49k. And then Hato, I'm gonna take some damage too. 45k. It's just again, Bakugo's annoying. This Bakugo's annoying. But when I use him, I like using him. But when you go up against him, it is not wrong to say that he is annoying. Damn! Beautiful damage. Alright, we just gotta wait for you to die. That's gonna be an annoying thing. This, and then this. Yeah. That. 1, 2. Yes, beautiful. And since Hato did such low damage, it didn't really affect us like that. So now we took a look at Shoto in Ultra Arena. Let's talk about him in the main menu. Shoto overall, how do I feel about the character? I think he's really good with everything that he is providing on the team. with the barrier, what happens when the barrier breaks, the debuff, the max HP support. Also with the fact that he is giving allies more barriers than usual. The nullify status, or it's cancel, right? I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, cancels all temporary status ailments, my bad. And then also just reducing damage overall in the second action skill. And then the freeze counter, which is very annoying. And then when the enhancements are activated, he gets frostbite, so it makes it even worse for the opponent. Which, if you guys don't know what frostbite is, basically with that effect being activated, you're not going to be able to get your action skills off. So it makes it very annoying when that does come into play right there. So yeah, overall, I think if you want to summon for Shoto, I would highly say that you should summon for him. He's a great character to have on the roster, especially if you do have a character like Kirishima, which is going to be our next showcase. Kirishima and Shoto on the same team, so stay tuned for that. So with that, that's where I ended today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but that's always greatly appreciated. Also subscribe. Again, you can let me know down below how you personally feel about the Shoto. Maybe you have an opinion that's different from me. And with that, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.